that to our attention, how dangerous a situation can actually get, especially if somebody don't do nothing about it. Um, and to me, that was one of the main things I didn't like about the movie because there's this woman abusing her power, manhandling these kids, and not one teacher who know that was happening didn't do anything to stop it, didn't stick up for them to stop it. I don't care how much authority she has. Abuse is abuse. And the fact that the parents did not notice their kids was coming home a little roughed up, it definitely raised a lot of questions. And I think she mentioned how she don't have no respect for no one, by the way. She has no respect for the family and everything else. And she said that even the family scared them. So I'm kind of wondering why, how much power this woman really truly has. I really do. But yeah, that always did bother me about that part because it really showed just how much fear she had with the community. It wasn't to the fact that her own past was shown right square in the face that she disappeared without without ever being heard from again. But at the same time, I kind of wish she didn't. I kind of wish that story would have ended with her going to jail along with these two wretched parents because that's the only thing that bothered with me is that there was really no retribution. These people, the mother, the father, and this teacher, or had mistress, or whatever you want to call it. I call it a bully. That's how I call it. They never really got any jail time. Nothing, no punishment whatsoever. I understand that the family was on the run, but I'd rather prefer them going to jail. And that's pretty much my own gripe about the whole thing because it really didn't solve anything. It didn't really show any real true consequences of anything. Yeah, Matilda, is now in the arms of a person who actually does love her and will pretty much care for her. But it's a bittersweet ending, and that's why I go on to say I think that I'm pretty much sure that it was somewhere down the line he may have thought about making another book with Matilda into it, but that will never happen now. In all, it's still a great book. It's very, very good. And I am planning to look at the movie again. At least by now, I may not still not like the movie, but at least now I can understand from a different point of view now what Danny DeVito was trying to do with this film. Because like I said, when I first saw this film, I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. I didn't know what he was trying to accomplish. The only thing I got out of it is that Marla Wilson played a superb job at this movie. She really tried her best to carry this film. I really did. And I will go on the record as saying that this is her signature film. People to this day will recognize Marla Wilson as the girl who played Matilda. And I know she played in the remake of Miracle on 34th Street, but I can't consider that her own movie because there was the original version with Natalie Wood. So I mean, we can't really. That's Natalie Wood, still one of Natalie Wood's best films that really can't be duplicated, even though she was good at it. Matilda is her own film. That's the one she can claim as her own. So that's my feeling on that. Another thing I would say is that I'm going to look for more books from him. I think that this is an excellent book. I'm going to look for more books on him in the near future. I'm going to see if I can find anything. I'm pretty sure I can get Charles with the Chocolate Factory, but I also want to get the sequel, which I didn't even know there was a sequel out there. So that will pretty much be an interesting quest because I want to actually see which movie, Tim Burton's or the older version with Gene Wilder, which one actually stuck close to the book. I know one thing that the author did not like the movie, which I'm kind of curious of why. He really did not like the movie, and that was the one reason why we never seen the sequel been made for that movie. But there's a lot of reasons for it. I'll get to that in another date. So that's just it about this Matilda. Love the way the structure did. I love the way the writing was. I love the way how it kept me interested. I love the characters, even the ones that I can't stand. I can't stand them, but you know what? The author did his job because I really did hate these characters. And and just overall the illustration was pretty good. I actually liked the illustration. Any knock about it? the dark humor didn't feel like it was a kid's book with the dark theme. It's more of an adult theme than a kid's theme. Didn't like the ending. I really did not like the ending, and that's because I felt there was another that he was setting up for another book. But I may be wrong. That's just pretty much how he wanted to end it. But didn't like the way it ended. Pretty much, it was a bittersweet ending. So my grade for this book is pretty much a B. It definitely deserves a B. It is a very good book. I recommend. If you're gonna pick this up for your younger ones, I strongly suggest that you at least read it as a bedtime story or read it as a group and explain things, because this is the kind of book that you just can't read and put away. You got to really explain what's going on, and also make it very clear that this is only fantasy. The stuff that this teacher's doing, she will definitely go to jail for, especially in today's society. So that's my only thing I got to tell you about, is to make sure that you have a nice conversation with your kids, and remember that the stuff that you read here is not going to fly in today's world. But if anything, it does bring up a good conversation about emotional abuse and physical abuse. I really do. I think Ronald Dahl did accomplish his mission by bringing that to the attention. I just wish it was more more age appropriate a little bit. But yeah, this definitely convinced me to do another look at in the movie. So this will be my second time watching Matilda, once I get a hold of the DVD, that is. And when I do that, the minute I watch it, I will pretty much take a little bit of notes on it, and I will tell you pretty much more of the difference between the book and the movie, and see if indeed it still is one of my movies I despise. But until then, you guys have a nice week, and I'll talk to you guys soon.